The project entitled Creative Hubs Holistic Networking of Creative Industries via Hubs, funded by the European Regional Development Fund and the European Union, and having as partner responsible the LB region of Western Greece, with the support of the Chamber of Etolakarnania via programmatic agreement and its subcontractor, aims to present the concept of money, but also the types and forms of digital currencies. At the same time, emphasis is placed on concepts that contribute to a better understanding of how digital currency works, as the digital revolution has affected almost every element of society. The project focuses on the analysis of the concept of virtual currency, which differs from the concept of electronic money. In this context, the types of money and transactions are explained, followed by an overview of the definitions of virtual currency and cryptocurrencies, the ways of obtaining them, the ways of their classification, as well as their basic characteristics. At the same time, 6 digital currencies belonging to the cryptocurrency category are presented, as well as certain relevant business models, which refer to the centralized and decentralized digital currencies based on the acquisition, transfer, and storage of their monetary units. A great part of the project concerns the description of blockchain technology, which is examined in terms of the basic features of its structure, i.e., as a blockchain, its mode of operation, types, and fragmented functions, as well as the consensus protocols it uses. In this way, the applications of blockchain technology in business and industry are analyzed, along with other new technologies in the modern economy, with the main one being sharing economy, its functions and effects. Starting with the transition from traditional to digital economy, the definition of electronic money and its characteristics is given, as well as an introduction to the concept of virtual money, in contrast to electronic money, with a presentation of their similarities and differences. At the same time, the business models related to the centralized and decentralized digital currencies and the 6 total digital currencies which belong to the category of cryptocurrencies are described. Finally, an analysis is presented regarding blockchain technology and its application in business. As the emphasis is put on the unit of account that characterizes the electronic and virtual currency, a clear distinction is made between the traditional electronic currency, such as euros, US dollars, pounds, etc., with the status of the legal tender, and the virtual currency, such as Linden dollars, bitcoins, etc., without legal tender status. In the process, the analysis of blockchain technology follows, as it is a new financial infrastructure which allows the preservation of files but is also a tool for creating new economies. The blockchain is described as the foundation of Bitcoin, as a public account where each block contains a number of successful and confirmed transactions which are completed and form new links in the accounting of the chain, the so-called blockchain, when a number is stored once the transaction is complete. In this way, it is an unchanged file which is verified by a wide network of users, since the instrument is used as proof of a transaction without a third party being involved, and is the proof that the transaction was completed successfully. In addition, the advantages and disadvantages of bitcoins are presented comparatively. On the one hand, the following are described as advantages: their ability to empower users, security, the secrecy, the fact that no conversion is required, their easy use, their ability to divide. On the other hand, the following are described as disadvantages: the variability, the problem of scaling bitcoins, lack of legislation, the effects on the environment and energy waste. Following, the blockchain consent mechanism is analyzed through the consent protocols, which are complex algorithms that are used to guarantee the management of their data, thus avoiding distributed book errors between hubs in the decentralized network. In other words, It is an agreement between the parties, or peers, for this state of the decentralized trading book and of the way of placing the data within each block of the blockchain chain, which validates the chronological order of the transactions and makes the consensus on the exact situation durable. The distribution of the protocols is as follows: proof of work, proof of stake, delegated proof of stake, proof of importance, proof of activity, proof of burn, proof of deposit, proof of capacity, proof of authority, and proof of assignment. This information provides a general and comprehensive picture of how blockchain transfers operate. In addition, the project highlights how blockchain valuation models can be integrated into digital economy partnerships. In this context, the concept of collaborative economy is introduced, presenting it as the result of a combination of technical development, urbanization, overpopulation, economic crises, and rising unemployment. It is therefore a new triangular business model, which allows users who register on an online platform to exchange services and share products. In this way, the role of sharing economy is promoted as a common economy that provides opportunities for individual emancipation and environmental progress, in contrast to the hierarchical power of traditional economic institutions. In the same context, the social innovation of platforms is analyzed as they provide new economic models, such as sharing and platform economy, focusing on the magnitude of the transformation in the way we produce, consume, work, finance, and learn. This new economy drastically extends product life cycles, reduces usage time, and expands connectivity and accessibility. An important part is covered by the creation and operation of peer-to-peer network models, which give the ability to share and collaborate for the common good in each sector. The idea of peer-to-peer or P2P network focuses on replacing traditional web platforms, which rely on a single server-controlled infrastructure, with less DAO server-hosted and running on a decentralized blockchain network, incorporating rules for users to interact with each other. In an effort to provide a detailed description of peer-to-peer network models, emphasis is placed on the ability of any user to convert their computer network into a Bitcoin validator if they wish to participate in the transaction validation and verification process, as everyone has a copy of the files, since a server as well as a client can upload files to other computers and download files to them. In fact, the innovation of peer-to-peer network models lies in the fact that a peer-to-peer network shares documents stored on their computer system with the help of software applications adapted to act as intermediaries between users connected via the internet. This way, once users download a specific document, they are given the privilege of acting as administrators of that document. Then, each client can store, receive, and transmit files, and peer-to-peer networks tend to be more efficient and faster as their user base grows. Peer-to-peer network connections tend to be more resilient to cybercrime and attacks, thanks to their distributed network architecture having not a single point of failure. Here too is an important role of blockchain technology, since using this technology, Bitcoin can be transferred from one person to another via a P2P network. The role of blockchain technology is to act as a distributed book, allowing the transfer of all cryptocurrencies worldwide without the need for any intermediary or central server. One of the most important parts of the project is the presentation of the main axes of sharing economy in the context of the analysis of new technologies in the transition towards the digital economy. Sharing economy has the ability to share access to goods or services without having to deal with transactional property rights and having profits being the ultimate goal. This is because the uniqueness of sharing economy lies largely in its ability to exchange the untapped capacity of resources already held by individuals. Consumer transactions are also including providing faster, cheaper, and deeper access to knowledge, which make existing resources being distributed through time and space in more efficient ways. At the same time, digital platforms also act as intermediaries and channel communication between people who are interested in accessing a service or product and those who are willing to provide it. The following are the key features that make up sharing economy: the people, the distribution, the production, the shared ownership models, culture, and the value and the exchange system. This gives the opportunity to present in detail the four different types of sharing economy, which are the gig economy, which refers to the initiatives based on work offered in a digital marketplace and paid in a lump sum; the pooling economy, whose users are not divided into producers and consumers, but take on both roles in succession; the cooperative economy, which refers to initiatives that promote a peer-to-peer approach in the design of each production process or to the concentration of consumers into a single community; and the commons economy, which refers to initiatives that are under collective ownership or management. In the same context, reference is made to the four factors that provide the incentives for the sharing economy, which are: first, the resurgence of faith in the power of the community, which refers to the immediate consequence of being more appreciative of what online communities can offer and seek active involvement in them. The second factor is the progress in the field of peer-to-peer social networks and real-time technology, which refers to the mechanisms that are being developed and who act as guarantors of the faith and reputation of strangers among participants in the sharing economy communities. The third factor is the awareness of pressing and unresolved environmental issues, which has to do with the final environmental impact of these changes in a socio-economic aspect. The fourth factor is the redefining of consumer behaviors due to the global economic crisis, which is putting more emphasis on the growing need for alternative sources of income and is limiting unnecessary expenses. The financial crisis led more people to adopt sharing economy in practice. Based on the above, the project describes the role of digital transformation in the economy as a process of changing the strategic functions of organizations and a period during which organizations update their operating systems and adopt new operating models and new business practices in order to keep pace with digitization through the benefits provided by digital features. In addition, it refers to the implementation of a flexible management model which confronts the competition and quickly satisfies the constant changes or even a process of digitization of functions in extended relationships in the value chain. Thus, the main goals of digital transformation are the insurance of new values for consumers and an increase in productivity, as well as a reduction in costs within continuous changes in the growing digital economy. The transformation of a business, its practices, and its functions through the adoption of digital media, mobile, internet, and telephone technologies, aiming at the most efficient communication with customers, suppliers, and partners. The influence of the viability and the organizational strategy of a business, including the development of market opportunities. And the inception of investment and changes in a business's internal practices through the mobilization of new resources. Then, attention is given to the presentation of marketing strategies and new types of digital platforms as part of the business's effort to develop traditional and digital marketing strategies to raise customer awareness about its products. Collaboration and networks are key, as customers are partners in product development and the business communicates with customers through digital channels. In this way, the activation is taking a communal character through peer-to-peer distribution. Thus, an SWOT analysis is following that compares the strengths and the opportunities on the one hand, and the threats and the weaknesses on the other. The last part of the project deals with the concept of cryptocurrency, which is presented as a digital asset which can be traded, used as a medium of exchange, and stored in a blockchain network and as a tool for exchange or store of value. As cryptocurrencies are based on issuance and transaction management code, they allow participants to enforce system rules in an automated manner, ensuring the basic decentralized structure and network of cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are issued directly by the blockchain protocol on which they are based in order to be used to pay network transaction fees and as a form of payment for goods and services because they are blockchain's native currencies.